going to be a reading solely for Scorpio and for Scorpio only. If you have heavy Scorpio energy, Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising, Scorpio north node, Scorpio Mars, Scorpio Venus, then you definitely need to be listening to this message. If you don't know what you have, then you need to download Time Passages and go from there. You need to know your birth date. I mean, not your birthday, obviously, but you need to know your birth time. If you don't know your birth time, I suggest you asking your mama or whoever takes care of you, whoever takes care of you, the time of your birth. If you don't have it, it's okay. Worse things have happened. Okay, so I am automatically, before I even started the reading, it may feel like you keep getting stopped in your tracks. Scorpio, you may feel like every time you make a move, every time you get something done, I have to watch Jabari, so just hold on. Okay, make sure he's not doing nothing crazy. You may feel like every time you take a step, there's an obstacle here. But I feel like, especially for Scorpio, this is one teaching you that you are not in control, because y'all know, y'all know if we don't do nothing else, we're going to control something. We're going to control something or someone. Okay? That is a fact. Point blank, period. Sorry, I'm getting thrown off. I thought Jabari was crying, but he's talking to the TV. So I'm going to put this back down there, and I'm going to finish reading my other cards. Okay, so first card out is baby steps. I feel like the reason why we're having to take baby steps, it says actions, follow your intuition before it makes sense. First of all, that's really big. I feel like this is telling us to trust our intuition some more, because I'm thinking about what I went through today. I was coming down here. I was trying to record my reading, child, and Jabari was taking a nap. So I'm like, okay, I can go downstairs, go on the back porch, whatever, do my reading while he's taking a nap. He kept waking up. Every time he kept waking up, kept waking up. And the past few days, he's been sleeping during his second nap for hours. Like, he'll be asleep for 2-3 hours. But today, he just keeps wanting to wake up when I'm trying to do my reading. I feel like I don't work so hard. I done did stuff I'm supposed to do. So now I'm like, okay, I can finally sit down, do my reading while Jabari's taking a nap. He won't take a nap. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to do something different. So now he's in the living room watching Miss Rachel, and the camera's right here, and he's right here, so I can hear him, you know? So I feel like Scorpios are definitely being asked to slow down. Definitely slow down, absolutely, because I feel like this fast pace, trying to get things done obsessively, it needs to happen right now. Why it's not happening right now? Oh my God, please help. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to freaking fall into pieces. I'm about to freaking, lose my shit. It's kind of, it's fucking up the flow. So, like, calm down. First of all, listen to your intuition, get closer to yourself. What is spirit, what is God, whatever it is that you believe is asking you to do, not what you want to do, not what you think makes sense, not what you're trying to force, but what actually needs to happen. Y'all know we are stubborn, y'all know we are hard-headed, and we're gonna push something till we can't push it no freaking more. But I really feel like right now, especially Scorpios who resonates with this, I feel like you definitely are in a space of, you see the prosperity now. You definitely, probably have your moments like me where you see it, but then you kind of you see it, but then you don't really believe it, or you say, oh, well, it was just for that moment, or it's not going to really last. And that kind of thinking right there does nothing but put stops in your tracks and put obstacles in the way, because instead of you want to appreciate in the moment to listen to your intuition or God, whatever you want to call it, you're now trying to control the narrative, control how it works, when it works, who gonna do it, how they gonna do it, all this other stuff. But you can't really control that. You really can't even control yourself. Like, you can control yourself, like you can control your mind and stuff like that, but you can't keep pushing yourself through brick walls over and over and over and over again. At some point, you're going to have to stop. You're going to have to listen to yourself. You're going to have to say, okay, wait, what am I supposed to be doing? Okay, the next card we got out was, it says, deep loves, mother's milk, and birth is a portal. Oh, birth as a portal. Okay, and one thing I do want to say too, just because I seen some cards fall on the ground and it was like a couple relationship, you could definitely be in a relationship where, you know, it's definitely someone you want to be and stuff like that, but you may feel taken advantage of a little bit. You may feel like, you know, you feel some sadness about possibly moving forward in this relationship, not because you don't want to be with this person, but because there's things about the relationship where you feel like it, you know, it could possibly be off balance. But one thing with Scorpio, I feel like we tend to give a lot and give a lot and give a lot and give a lot and give a lot, and then almost expect people to do the same thing. Like we kind of, but we put ourselves in situations where and I say we put ourselves in situations so that we don't blame other people, so that we don't have to fix that issue. Because if you blame someone else, then you never really figure out how to solve the problem. We put ourselves in situations where we give to these people that we see and we know, I don't know if I should give this person. I'm not really sure. Like you almost feel like you want to be defensive in a situation. You feel like you have to defend yourself in a situation, and you see that and you know that and you feel that, because that's what we do. We see everything. We know everything about you, the good, the bad, the ugly. You can't really hide anything from us. But there is a part of us knowing that we can see all of it. We still choose to ignore it and still pour and pour and pour. And then when that relationship is almost kind of beating us up, or at least we feel that way, and that's how we are perceiving the situation, we still stay and we still deal with it. So it could be a situation like that in a relationship, or just in relationships in general, and how you deal with people in general, where you kind of feel like you give a lot, but you know, it doesn't feel respected. I'm pulling my card from this deck. I feel like because Scorpio does have a very deep love, you know, it definitely can be obsessive and definitely can turn possessive. As y'all see me sitting here obsessing over my son, making sure he's straight, he's safe. You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to jump out the baby gate, because he will jump out and he will be up the steps and he can't even walk. So I have to keep my eyes on him, or at least I feel like I do. All right, one more card. You are not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. Scorpios, you know we loners. We're gonna be by ourselves. We're gonna do our own thing. We really don't want people in our space like that bothering us, like saying too much. Like, just don't say, like, you can be here, but just don't say too much. Don't fuck up the rhythm. You know what I'm saying? But there is, I feel like what God is trying to do for you right now is put you in a situation. I swear. Okay, y'all. What God is trying to do right now is put you in the situation, or in these situations where you almost have no choice but to do better. You almost have no choice but to want more and expect more from people. And that's where you are now, where you're wanting more, expecting more from people. And because of that, and you're expecting more from yourself, so you're doing more for yourself, you're putting in the work, and you are starting to get trinkets of prosperity, and you are starting to not only that, connect with people who appreciate what it is that you have. So it's also just kind of pouring back in you. So you're starting to get almost energy that finally pours back into your cup. You finally see people appreciate you, especially when it comes to my readings. Like seeing people like inbox me, even if people don't even book the reading, but they just inquire about it. Like that to me is absolutely mind-blowing, because I'm like, it was a point of time where I hid this. Like, this was not something I did around people. The first person I read my cards around was deep for almost a whole year. Didn't even really talk about it. When I did start to talk about it, it started to make me feel like, you know, a little insecure, or I felt weird, or whatever the case may be. I always felt like that, you know, Scorpios, that's just what we do. But it's starting to see it pay off finally, and it's starting to be with people who appreciate it. And that's because I'm putting in the work for myself. So that's why I feel like Scorpio is at. But Scorpio, you have to stop putting obstacles in your own way. Like, it's not other people, it's you doing it yourself. You need to demand respect from people that you fuck with, because you do have a deep love, because you do give so much, but you also need to demand respect from yourself as well, okay? Passion. So it's definitely something that you are passionate about. It could be matters of the heart, relationship that we just talked about, or something that you just really, truly love. And this is Aries energy, so I feel like you are really about to go head first in it. It's really about to be like a slap in the face. Like, that you're in this now. If it's a relationship, oh, you in it now. If a business, like a thing like me, oh, you in it now. Like, you can't turn back now. You are really at a space of you cannot turn back now, Scorpio. Balanced emotions, so I think that's still just clarity and clarifying, or just affirming that you definitely need to slow down. You definitely need to slow your roll. You definitely need to let God work sometimes, and you definitely need to listen to yourself. Banish your curse. So this may not be something that you've been taught. Let me see, put it back up there. This may not be where you're going. Like, this may require some stuff that, you know, you kind of have to pave your own path. Almost, and once I banish your curse, this could be something in your family that your family has a hard time doing. Your family could have a hard time in relationships. Your family don't really have successful relationships. Your family don't really have no money like that. It's not funny. But for real, like, your family don't really have no money like that. So you, the first business owner, you the first stay-at-home mom, that, you know, whatever, 4 generations, whatever it is that you're doing, is definitely something that you're paving a path for, especially in your family, your bloodline, for the people after you. So that really does come with a big responsibility, especially if you are listening to the calling. If you're ignoring the calling, then, you know, you kind of just been sitting here entertaining yourself a little bit and happy to hear somebody talk about you. But if you've been really answering the call that you've been called to do, you really are paving new paths that never was thought of or that was looked down on from your family or the people that are around you, okay? So I really feel like that is Scorpio's reading. I am going to pull a card from the tarot.